Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of MPN Academy. We are presenting you weekly current affairs test series. In this video, we will discuss 30 most important multiple choice questions associated with the current affairs of first week of February 2022 with full description. So let's begin. Friends, join our Telegram page of MPN Academy. Just search MPN Academy on Telegram and you will see this logo. What you will get there? You will get BPSC exam news or notification updates. You will also get topper results of the test series released on the app portal, information about MPN Academy courses and YouTube video updates. So please join this public channel of MPN Academy on Telegram. The first question is, an online medical consultation platform named Sehat has been launched by which ministry? The right answer is option number A, Ministry of Defense. Home delivery service of medicine has been started to provide services to retired soldiers and service personnel through service e-health assistance and teleconsultation, which is the full form of Sehat. The Sehat initiative is a teleconsultation service of the three wings of the Ministry of Defense designed for all eligible servicemen and their families. Sehat Stay Home OPD is based on a free OPD service run by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare for all citizens on the lines of e-Sanjeevani. How many states have been selected for the pilot project of Nipun Bharat mission? The right answer is option number B. 5 states. Under the new education policy 2020, preparations have started to improve primary education. Experts from these states will prepare a digital portal for sports and activity-based education of children in the age group of 3 to 9 years. So who are the 5 states? Bihar, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan and Haryana. Together, these 5 states are preparing the first digital portal of Nipun Bharat. According to the recently released data by the Ministry of Tourism, which state received the maximum number of domestic tourists in the year 2020? The right answer is option number B. Tamil Nadu. In 2019, more than 2.32 billion domestic tourists visited various states of the country. While in 2020, this figure came down to just 610 million. You know the reason? The COVID-19. Top 5 states to receive maximum number of domestic tourists are Tamil Nadu, 23%. Second number Uttar Pradesh. Third Karnataka. Fourth Andhra Pradesh. And fifth Telangana. Before the COVID period, the number of foreign tourists visiting India were increasing continuously. A record more than 30 million foreign tourists visited India in 2019. But in 2020, it came down to only 7.1 million, which is roughly about 25%. Who has been appointed as the new Chief of Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA? The right answer is option number B. Lieutenant General G.A.V. Reddy. He was earlier serving as the 9th commandant of the prestigious Officers Training Academy OTA Gaya. He replaced Lieutenant General K.G.S. Dhillon. The Director General of Defense Intelligence Agency is the head of the organization and is one of the intelligence advisor to the Defense Ministry and the Chief of Defense Staff. The post of Director General is decided on a rotation basis among 3 armed services. "17.5 months of quality current affairs required for 67th BPSC and CDPO prelims exam can be revised entirely in 26.5 hours. How? First of all, you have to study 17.5 months of current affairs. The reason is, in 66th BPSC prelims exam, questions were asked till October 2020. So for this exam, you need to study current affairs from 1st November 2020 up to 15th April 2022. As you know that both the exams will be held in the month of May this year. How can you revise the entire current affairs in just 26.5 hours? The first content is weekly current affair test series in MCQs format of national and international version. There will be 78 PDFs, 4 PDFs for every month, 2 years of economic survey, 2 years of budget, Olympic, Paralympic India State of Forest Report and Census. One PDF will require 6 minutes of your time. You will be able to revise this weekly current affairs test series. Second type of content is monthly current affairs short notes, national and international version. There will be 18 PDFs, one PDF for every month. One PDF will require 30 minutes of your time. So in 9 hours of time, you will be able to finish this content. The third one is Bihar monthly current affairs, MCQs as well as short notes. There will be 23 PDFs, one PDF for every month, and then 2 years of economic survey, 2 years of budget and census 2011. One PDF will require 25 minutes of your time. So in about 9.5 hours, you will be able to revise this Bihar monthly current affairs short notes. So in total 26.5 hours of time, you will be able to revise this entire current affairs. What is the importance of these PDFs? 19 questions have tallied from weekly current affairs in 66th BPSC prelims. 7 questions tallied from monthly current affairs short notes and 10 questions tallied from Bihar monthly current affairs. Overall 36 questions tallied in 66th BPSC from MPN Academy PDFs. In terms of percentage, it is more than 85%. In 2021, as you know that no exam was held of BPSC. The second most exam which was held was Bihar SI prelims exam. 86% questions tallied from MPN Academy PDFs. So this is a reliable and authentic source of current affairs with proven records. Friends, how will you get these quality PDFs from November 2020 onwards? Please download the MPN Academy app from the Google Play Store. You will see 4 section. You have to go to store section in the bottom and you have to select the course 67th BPSC CDPO current affairs PDF course. This content is made available at a very reasonable price which can be afforded easily by everyone. Payment link is given. Just pay there and you will be enrolled in the course. The contents are provided there very systematically. Friends, please keep it in mind that MCQs will be bilingual in Hindi and English language, but the explanation and short notes will be in Hindi. From January onwards, the content is fully in English. Hoysala temples of Belur, Halebid and Somanathpura, in which state have been included as Indian nominations for the World Heritage List for the year 2022-23. The right answer is option number A, Karnataka. The sacred monuments of the Hoysalas are on the UNESCO potential list since April 15, 2014 and are symbols of India's rich historical and cultural heritage. India's permanent representative to UNESCO. Remember the name Vishal V. Sharma formally handed over the nomination of Hoysala temples to UNESCO World Heritage Director Lazare Ilondiu. The Hoysala temples fall under the hybrid or Besara style as their unique style is neither purely Dravidian nor Nagara. When was the Halebidu temple built? The right answer is option number C, 12th century. The Hoysala temple, which is also known as Halebidu temple, is a 12th century Hindu temple dedicated to God Shiva. It was built in 1150 AD by the Hoysala king with dark shint stone. Hoysala architecture is an architectural style developed under the Hoysala Empire between 11th to 14th century, mostly concentrated in the southern Karnataka region. Two other temples which has been considered for nominations are Chenna Keswa temple at Somanathpura, Karnataka. It was built in the 13th century under the supervision of Narsimha III, and Channa Keswa temple was built in the 12th century by the Hoysala dynasty king Vishnuvardhan at Belur in Hassan district of Karnataka, who has been conferred with the World Games Athlete of the Year 2021 award. The right answer is option number C. P.R. Srijesh, Indian hockey goalkeeper P.R. Srijesh is the second Indian and second hockey player to receive this award. Earlier, India's women captain Rani Rampal had won this award in the year 2019. Srijesh was part of the men's hockey team that won a bronze medal at the Tokyo Olympics. India's first Graphene Innovation Center will be set up in which state? The right answer is option number A, Kerala. India's Innovation Center for Graphene will be constructed in Thrissur at a cost of around 86 crore rupees. It is a joint venture of Digital University of Kerala, Center for Materials for Electronics Technology CMET and Tata Steel Limited. Graphene is a thin layer of ordinary carbon, the thickness of a graphene molecule made from graphite, a form of carbon arranged in a hexagonal latitude. In which sea or ocean a coral reef has been discovered along the coast of Tahiti recently? The right answer is option number C. Pacific Ocean. Tahiti is the largest island in French Polynesia. It is located in the central Pacific Ocean. Tahiti was formed due to volcanic activities. This reef is 2 miles long and is unaffected by anthropogenic activities and climate change. Coral reefs are made of calcium carbonate released by coral living within the ocean. Corals are lime-based organism with a hard structure. Who has been selected by ICC for the Spirit of the Cricket Award for the year 2021? The right answer is option number C. Daryl Mitchell. This award is given by the International Cricket Council to a specific team or an international player for upholding the spirit of the game. Mitchell refused a run after obstructing bowler Adil Rashid in the pressure-filled World Cup semi-final against England in Abu Dhabi on 10th November last year. Daryl Mitchell has now become the fourth New Zealand player after Daniel Vittori, Brendan McCullum and Ken Williamson to win the award. Last year, former Indian captain MS Dhoni has been named as the ICC Spirit of the Cricket Award of the Decade. Friends, if you want to know how is your preparation of current affairs for 67th BPSC Prelims exam and Bihar CDPO Prelims exam, then this course is ideal for you. Golden Current Affair Test Series. What you will get in this? There will be 25 questions. One question will consist 50 MCQs. So overall you will get 1250 cream questions selected from 17 months required for 67th BPSC Prelims exam from November 2020 to March 2022. Questions are selected from Bihar national and international current affairs. You will get 40 minutes of time to solve one question paper of 50 MCQs. How can you get this course? Go to the Google Play Store, download the MPN Academy app, and on the store section, the course is mentioned Golden Current Affairs Test Series. Free demo test is made available on the app portal. You can try and check for yourself whether your preparation of current affairs is solid or not. At the end of every test, you will get the result. In whose memory is the Statue of Equality built? The right answer is option number D. Sri Ramanujacharya. The 11th century Vaishnava Ramanuja statue has been erected in the premises of Chinna Jaya Trust in the Muchintal, Hyderabad in Telangana. PM Narendra Modi inaugurated this 216 feet high statue on 5th February. He was born in the year 1017 in the village of Sri Perumbadur in Tamil Nadu. Saint Ramanujarya propounded a principle in which respect is given on the basis of spiritual knowledge of the individual rather than on the basis of birth or caste. That's why a statue of equality. The Export-Import Bank of India, EXIM, and the government of Sri Lanka have recently signed a loan agreement of how many US dollars? The right answer is option number C. 500 million US dollars. The loan agreement was signed on February 2nd. The dollar crisis in Sri Lanka has severely affected Sri Lanka's ability to import fuel. Due to this, there are frequent reports of shortage and power outages. India's support to Sri Lanka came after a virtual meeting between India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Sri Lanka's Finance Minister Tulsi Rajapaksa on 15th January. Please remember that India did a currency swap of 400 million US dollars to Sri Lanka on January 13th this year. India's first geological park will be established in which state? The right answer is option number C. Madhya Pradesh. Clearance for the park was given by the Geological Survey of India under the Ministry of Mines. Geological park will be built in Lamheta of Jabalpur because this place is one of the important places in the world from geological point of view. The park will be built on 5 acres of land with an investment of 35 crore rupees. Who has been appointed as the Director General of National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology, NIELIT? The right answer is option number D. Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi. Before joining NIELIT, Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi was working as professor in Delhi Technology University DTU, New Delhi. NELIT is an autonomous body under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It was established in the year 1994 and the headquarters is in New Delhi. Who has become the 28th Chief Justice of Pakistan? The right answer is option number D. Umar Ata Bandial. He replaced Guljar Ahmad. Justice Bandial will hold this post till 16th September 2023. Justice Bandial received a law degree from the University of Cambridge and was appointed as a judge of the Lahore High Court in 2004. He also served as the Chief Justice of the Lahore High Court. He was later elevated as a judge of the Supreme Court in June 2014. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) has approved the completion of the 6th review of Pakistan's stalled program of how much billion dollars? The right answer is option number D. 6 billion US dollars. Along with this, the IMF has decided to immediately release an installment of a loan of about 1 billion US dollar to the cash-strapped Pakistan. Pakistan, which is facing problems on the economic front due to funding of terrorists, is now begging for help in front of its friendly countries and international institutions. Patanjali Ayurved Limited, in partnership with National Payment Corporation of India, has launched a co-brand credit card with which bank? The right answer is option number D. Punjab National Bank, PNB. Patanjali PNB Platinum Card will get a credit limit of 25,000 rupees to 5 lakh rupees. At the same time, a credit limit of 50,000 to 10 lakh rupees will be available on the select card. NPCI's RuPay will get access to Patanjali's vast merchant network. Who has been chosen as the best state tableau of the Republic Day Parade 2022? The right answer is option number B. Uttar Pradesh. This time, the parade of 12 states was included in the Republic Day Parade. The tableau of Uttar Pradesh was focused on the theme One District, One Product and Kashi Vishwanath Dham. Maharashtra has achieved this position in the popular choice category. CISF was adjudges the best marching team among the Central Armed Police Forces. This information was shared by the Ministry of Defense on February 4th. Indian Navy was selected as the best marching contingent among the services. Who has been appointed as the first managing director of Indigo Airline? The right answer is option number B. Rahul Bhatia. Indigo has appointed its co-founder and promoter Rahul Bhatia as the managing director of the company with immediate effect. He is the first MD of Indigo as the company had no managing director before that. Ronojay Datta is the chief executive officer of Indigo. Indigo is back in the black with a net profit of 130 crore rupees for the December 2021 quarter. The profit comes after the airline posted losses for a series of quarters. Which country has been designated a major non-NATO ally, Manna, by US President Joe Biden? The right answer is option number A. Qatar. This is the map of Gulf countries. Where is Qatar? Here is Qatar in Persian Gulf. The capital is Doha. It is primarily a symbolic honor given to express gratitude to Qatar for its assistance in evacuating people from Afghanistan and ending last year's Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. The three countries of the Muslim world as Manna are Pakistan, Tunisia, and the third one is Qatar. Manna is a designation given by the US government to close allies who have strategic working relationship with US armed forces but are not members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO). The International Space Station is planned to be dropped at Point Nemo located in which ocean? The right answer is option number B. Pacific Ocean. NASA has recently prepared a plan to retire the International Space Station. According to the plan, the International Space Station will begin its journey back to Earth in October 2026 and will crash at Point Nemo located between New Zealand and South America in January 2031. The International Space Station was first launched on 20th November 1998. It has circled the Earth more than a lakh times. After the next 3 decades, the private sector will handle the operation of future space travel and NASA will continue to cooperate in this change. Which has become the first cricket team in the world to play 1000 ODI matches? The right answer is option number A, India. On 6th February, India played its 1000th ODI one-day international match against the West Indies at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. The Indian team played this match under the captaincy of Rohit Sharma and won it. The Indian team played its first ODI 48 years ago in 1974 against England in Leeds. India registered its first win in ODI by 10 wickets against South Africa in 1975. Please remember that maximum number of ODI matches, Australia is at second place and Pakistan is at third place. In the final of ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup, India defeated which team to win the title? The right answer is option number A, England. The Under-19 Cricket World Cup, which was 14th edition, was held in the West Indies. Yash Dhul's Indian team, which won every match throughout the tournament, defeated England by 4 wickets in a small scoring match in the final. The foundation for India's victory was laid by the fast bowlers who bundled out England for just 189 runs. India has won the World Cup on a record 5th occasion. Australia thrice, Pakistan twice, and Bangladesh, England, South Africa, and West Indies once each. Renowned singer Lata Mangeshkar, popularly known as Swar Kokila, has passed away. In which year was she awarded the Bharat Ratna? The right answer is option number B, 2001. Lata Dinanath Mangeshkar was born on 28th September 1929 in Indore at Madhya Pradesh. 92-year-old Lata Mangeshkar passed away on 4th February in Mumbai after being infected with COVID-19. Which city has become the first to host 2 different Olympic Games, summer and winter? The right answer is option number D, Beijing. The Russian president, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and 5 presidents from Central Asia arrived in China for the inauguration of the Winter Olympics. Condemning Beijing's move to select a Chinese soldier involved in the Galwan incident as the Olympic torchbearer, India announced a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics. The Winter Olympics was held from 4 to 20th February 2022 this year, while the Winter Paralympic Games was held from 4 to 13th March. Name the only player from India to participate in Winter Olympics 2022. The right answer is option number D, Muhammad Arif Khan. He qualified for slalom and giant slalom events. India sent a 6-member team including a coach, a technician, and a team manager to Beijing. Born in Baramulla district of Kashmir, Arif Khan started skiing at a very young age and won the first national slalom championship at the age of just 12. He then won 2 gold medals in the slalom and giant slalom events at the South Asian Winter Games in 2011. Who has been appointed as the new chairman of the University Grants Commission UGC? The right answer is option number A, Jagdish Kumar. The appointment of Jawaharlal Nehru University JNU Vice Chancellor Jagdish Kumar comes at a time when the government is struggling to launch the Higher Education Commission envisaged in the National Education Policy 2020. Existing regulatory bodies like University Grants Commission and All India Council for Technical Education AICTE are to be included in this Higher Education Commission. Please remember that UGC came into existence on 28th December 1953. In which state is Kokijana Bamuni Hills Wildlife Sanctuary located? The right answer is option number A, Assam. Why it is in news? The villagers of Assam are protecting against the tag of a sanctuary for a golden langur habitat. The Assam Forest Department had issued a preliminary notification to convert the 19.85 square kilometer forest into Kokijena Bamuni Hills Wildlife Sanctuary. The villagers have demanded that the traditional idea of a wildlife sanctuary be abundant and the reserve forest be converted into a community forest resource using the Forest Rights Act 2006 so that community co-managed partnership for sustainable conservation system can be ensured. About 30 years after the last recorded appearance of Asiatic wild dogs, which is also known as dhole, in the Bek Tesot Conservancy, located in which country has been reported again? The right answer is option number D, Kyrgyzstan. The Bek-Tosot Conservancy, located in the Osh region of southern Kyrgyzstan, a few kilometers from the Tajikistan border, is located in the Pamir mountain range of Xinjiang Autonomous Region of China. The dhole is a wild carnivorous animal that is a member of Canidae family. Historically, dholes have been found throughout southern Russia, Central Asia, South Asia and Southeast Asia. Friends, PDF of all the video lecture released on the Ampian Academy YouTube channel can be found on the Ampian Academy app, which is already discussed with you. Friend, with the help of the PDF, you can revise this video lecture in just 5 to 6 minutes of time. This will save you a lot of time which you can devote to the static portion. This is very important. Let's discuss the last question. Where is the headquarter of International Semi-Arid Tropical Crops Research Institute, ICRISAT? The right answer is option number C, Hyderabad. Why it is in news? PM Narendra Modi launched the Golden Jubilee celebrations of ICRISAT at Patcheru, Hyderabad on February 5th. ICRISAT is a non-profit, non-political organization that conducts research for the development of agriculture in arid regions of Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. This institute was founded in 1972 by a consortium of organizations convened by Ford and the Rockefeller Foundation. Its charter was signed by Food and Agriculture Organization FAO and the United Nations Development Program UNDP. Friends, with this we are wrapping up this edition of Weekly Current Affairs Test Series. Thank you very much for watching the video. All the best for your exam preparations.